Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I know it's been a long time since I did my last movie review, but school and work have been keeping me très ocupado, so I just mixed two different languages there, sorry. But I have been extremely busy, and I recently got to see Redtails, which I was really amped to see, and honestly, I can say that I absolutely adored it. I thought it was exceptional, and I felt that Cuba Gooding Jr. did a fantastic job. He was phenomenal in his role. The film, I think, is a better retelling than the HBO version of the Tuskegee Airmen. It showed the prejudice and the bigotry and the stereotyping for what it was, and just the ignorance of hatred and just how idiotic it really is. And my favorite scenes were actually the dogfights in and of themselves because they were really incredibly done and just massively stupendous. And I also like the German jet fighters that came in later. Of course, the Germans always had better technology in the Great War, as they called it. And it was just unbelievable. It's like the Allies were bringing a knife into a gunfight, but the Tuskegee Airmen, they were very brave in how they fought, and they didn't back down from anything. And that was true. They were good fighters, and Lightning, one of the lead hotshots, he was hot dogging it a little bit earlier, and the foreshadowing kind of led you to believe that he would be one of the earlier pilots to get KIA, which he did, unfortunately, which is really sad. It's kind of a spoiler, I'm sorry about that, but he has a love interest within the film with Sophia. It is really sweet. It's very tear-jerking and heartwarming, and I shed a few tears. Of course, I always shed tears at scenes like that. And the last scene made me feel really patriotic. I will admit to that. And it almost got me crying. As far as movies are concerned, I would have to rank this up there with Miracle at St. Anna, as it reminded me of that movie, which is another one of my all-time favorite movies of World War II. I would have to give it 3.5 stars out of 4 because I still think that it is a remarkable film. Um, Fantastically done. Stellar cast. Really unbelievable fight scenes with dog fights. And I wish they would do a movie about LSTs, which they haven't done, and I'd like to do it myself one of these days, but I don't have the money, I don't have the resources to do so, but one day I will do that. And I'm not sure what country would be focusing on, but who knows. Here's to aspiration, but and inspiration. I really thought that George Lucas and Steven Spielberg did tremendously together. They were a complement to one another, and I think that their project was rather ambitious and really unbelievable, because what they did was it didn't sugarcoat history. It just straightforwardly told the story as it was, and the only thing they left out was the experiment that they did. I learned about this in ethics class, and I had forgotten about it, but I had read about this earlier, and that was the whole terrible, inhumane acts that the airmen were subjected to, which was the syphilis that was given to them through injection. And they had never mentioned that in the movie, but read it. Uh, But it's one of the blights on our history. But this actually showed a better light of that story, and I like that version of the tale rather than the shameful past that we Americans have had, considering our Negro brothers. Um, I'm not really sure what else to say about this film other than it was just incredible, and I think everybody should see it. And it's very apropos considering that today is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. And nobody else remembered that today. So I felt very conflicted. I thought, why didn't you remember that a very important person was born on this day? One of my favorite people? Hello? Emancipation Proclamation. Does that ring any bells? Anyway, that's what you get for being a history geek, but ah well.